Red Bull Conquest. I mean, for anybody who doesn't know what Red Bull Conquest was or wasn't aware of what Red Bull Conquest was doing, it was a year-long circuit, pretty much an entire season, in which Red Bull wanted everyone to get really excited about repping their region. They went city to city. There was 15 cities that we visited. There was one online qualifier, and all of these cities came together at the DC finals, which was not too long ago, just like a week ago. And we got to figure out who was the best region. However, there was a twist. It wasn't region locked. Every event, every qualifying event that led up to the finals, it wasn't, only if you lived in this area you could enter. Anyone could enter, which meant the hometown heroes had to defend against all the invaders going, toe-to-toe with them every single event. So that was fun in and of itself. The results were pretty interesting, to say the least. Let's just get right to it, shall we? Let's just get right to it. Team New York won Red Bull Conquest. However, they won because La Sol placed second place. For Red Bull Conquest, every region had 3 representatives. It was a representative for Guilty Gear, a representative for Street Fighter, a representative for Tekken 7, right? So all the teams had to, win their tournament and then represent their region and then play in a tournament at the finals, right? So Team New York, Punk came in from Philly. He infiltrated and he won, beating Idom. Idom got second. That was a heartbreaker for me, okay? I really wanted an all New York team, which we were very, very close. We had Lost Soul, we had Fighting GM, and then Idom got second place. So total heartbreaker for me, but it was fine. It was fine because I knew in the end, if he's going to come and invade New York, then we get to have him represent New York in the finals, in which they won. So I'll hold that, everybody else. I don't care. I will ride the OS as long as I can, and that's it, right? But there was something else. Once the finals came along, GM didn't show up.
Ooh.
The Tekken 7 representative for Team New York did not show up, and they still won as a Tekken person. How do you feel about that?
I don't know how I feel about it. I actually competed in the LCQ also, so I feel a little salt on that note. But, GM didn't actually have to show up. So, New York carried the torch. They did so well that GM didn't actually have to show up, and they still qualified and they still went. So, shout outs to New York. They're super strong. And
I'm sorry, it's just funny because New York is super strong, which I already knew, but New York is strong because Punk won Street Fighter for us. What?
Right.
What? It's really difficult to claim that victory, but I'm gonna do it anyways. But yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah, Philadelphia, we decided to go to New York. Maybe he wanted to represent a stronger city, so.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna go with that one from here on out for sure. And I don't know, you participated in the LCQ. Talk a little bit about that. I know there was some upsets, to say the least.
Well, the LCQ was pretty stacked. There were some players in there, besides myself, Mr. Wayne Gamble, Anakin, and a lot of other players that didn't quite get their chance of qualifying for this Red Bull Conquest. So the player Sour Piggy, actually, who plays Anna Williams, which is a new character for Season 2, really surprised us and actually beat all of us. And he actually qualified, won the LCQ, and he actually made it really far into the top 8 of the actual bracket. So shout outs to him. And
so why do you think that is? His new character, right? What about her was so, off-putting? What really shook up the meta for you guys?
I think maybe we underestimated a new character. We might have said, we're okay, we know her, we played her before in the past, so maybe we underestimated her capabilities, her power, and he snuck up on us, so. Yeah.
Oh, which shows you guys, these games are always adding DLC. They're always adding updates and patches and things you have to learn and keep up with. This is a champion right here, and a brand new character comes along, and just because you're a champion doesn't mean you can sleep. You gotta hit the lab, you gotta do that studying, or you know what I mean?
You gotta hit the lab, do some breakdowns.